If you are an empath and a highly sensitive person, then you need to hear this video till the end. I'm going to share with you the 3 most important lessons that I've learned in my life. And trust me, it took me 27 years to learn from my mistakes and start applying that advice in my life. So, to save you years of pain and time and horrible experiences, I'm going to share those lessons with you so you can learn from me. If you don't know me and you're new on this channel, my name is Anastasia and I'm a certified Jay Shetty life coach and the founder of Unique Method. Here on this channel, we talk about personal development, healing, spirituality, and I share all the useful frameworks and practical tools that I've learned on my journey during my training and practice with my clients. So, without further ado, let's get into the topic. This is a very important and personal message that I have to share with you because trust me, I've gone through so many difficult moments in my life because I didn't learn those lessons. When I started applying them this year, my life just got so much easier and better and lighter. So, lesson number 1, take care of your needs first. You come first, everyone else second. Yes, that might sound selfish, but it's the same rule as it applies on the airplanes. I fly a lot during the year, and I think I've been on more than 20 flights at this point in 2024. And that's the first thing they tell you. When the airplane is crashing, or when you're getting into turbulence, you have to put an oxygen mask on yourself first and only then help someone else. And if you think about it, it makes sense. So what often happens with empaths is you start attending to everyone else's needs. You feel like you have an abundance of energy, that you have like so much love and care, and you just want to ease someone else's pain or take care of them. And then you don't actually check in with yourself and you don't realize that you have also a limited reserve of energy. And when you start giving all your energy away to other people without restoring your energy reserve first, at some point it can lead you to having sickness. It can lead you to having like no energy or attention for your life, and essentially you just fade into other people. It's not good for them, it's not good for you. So remember this golden rule. First, you check in with yourself. How is your body feeling? How are your emotional, physical, mental needs in this moment? If you are feeling good and you're in the position of giving, then of course, follow that, follow your instinct and take care of someone. But if you're feeling like anything is misaligned inside you, attend that first. Because your first instinct as an empath is to help someone else when they request it, and then think about yourself. But it should be the other way around. And in me, I see that a lot, even with my family members. For example, when I'm cooking dinner for everyone, and I always want to make sure that everyone is enjoying, and I can like stand up 20 times and go back to the kitchen and bring like a sauce or whatever, and I end up not eating. And my sister, she's the complete opposite. She would not stand up from the table unless she really must when she's eating. So what she does is when she's having guests over, she either eats first before everyone else just so she's not hungry, and then she is able to be with every other guest and attend to their needs, or she eats last, but she doesn't put her needs away for someone else when they request it. And it sounds so easy and it's such a practical advice to follow, but it honestly took me such a long time to understand this. You come first. Lesson number 2 is don't engage with victim personalities and don't try to save them. What I mean here is not victims of crimes or victims of horrible circumstances. I don't know, like let's say you saw a road accident. I'm not talking about those type of victims. I'm talking about the victim personality type that always wants to drain your energy, They're not actually looking for any solution to their problem. They just want to vent, and they just want you to get emotionally engaged. They dump that emotional baggage on you, but they're not ready to actually change anything in their life. And for a long time, that's exactly the type of people that I was attracting in my life. When I was a teenager and later in life, I've had friends like this. I've had romantic partners in the past who were acting this way. And only recently I realized that this is a form of being an emotional vampire, because you notice that after connecting with those people, you give them energy and you're depleted of energy completely. You're like a deflated balloon, and they are not ready to actually make any changes in their life, take any accountability for their action. They might ask for your advice, but they never follow it, and it's just a losing game. When you're an empath, you naturally gravitate towards helping people. You naturally want to make the world a better place, and you want to ease that pain when you see it. But you have to understand one lesson, and that's something that I've learned. Only help those that have directly asked you, because again, when you just start giving advice and getting involved in like someone's life, maybe they don't even need that. Maybe they're on their own journey, and you have to respect that, because you're not above them, you know. Sometimes when we think that we are being very helping, we actually subconsciously believe that we are somehow better equipped to solve that situation for another person, and that lets them down. So don't be a savior if you weren't asked to do that. And second, only help if you see that the person is ready to take actions and actually wants that help and is willing to change something in their life. I might notice that with some time, not immediately, but if you have that friend or that colleague or that girlfriend, boyfriend who is just always complaining and sucking out your energy, I honestly recommend you to cut contact with that type of people, because it's just not gonna get you anywhere nice. And if you need help on how to walk away from toxic situations, I recently made a video that's gonna be in suggested above, and you can go watch it to see my tips on how to walk away. Tip number 3, and that's a very important one: defend your boundaries. Set firm boundaries. Learn the word boundaries. Again, I wish I knew that sooner, but boundaries is something that you, as an empath, must have, because otherwise, again, the line between you and the rest of the world is going to be very blurry, and some people can take advantage of you. So, how do you set the boundary? The boundary is not meant to control another person's behavior, but it's meant to protect you. And you need to identify what type of behavior is okay and not okay with you. For example, if you feel uncomfortable when someone screams at you, and as an empath, I understand that we are very highly sensitive people that can't stand being in this very intense, toxic situation. So if someone is a yeller, and you have to tell them that for you, this is not okay. It's not okay if they raise their voice at you. And you have to say that if you raise your voice at me, I'm gonna do this. Like, I'm gonna walk away, I'm gonna step out of the room. And the important bit here is that you communicate that in a non violent, threatening way. You just simply state your boundaries and your needs, and you're ready to take action. Because if you tell a person your boundary and they cross it, and then you don't do anything about this, what's the point? The boundary is meant to be there to protect you, but it can only be effective if you follow it through. So be ready to be bold, to be fearless, and actually learn how to defend your needs. And you need to understand that a normal person, a person that loves you, a person that cares about you, they are not gonna enjoy stepping over your boundaries. They might accidentally do that if they don't know, but if you have told them once, twice, 3 times, it's already like it should not be happening. And it's not that person's responsibility to stop the dynamic, it's your responsibility to protect yourself. For example, if you have a toxic boss that keeps contacting you after work hours at 11 p.m. at midnight, you have to say that this is not part of your contract. You have to say that this is not right for you. Otherwise, people are just gonna not take you seriously. And as an empath, you are probably uncomfortable with this, but trust me, it's absolutely necessary. So these are my 3 lessons that I've learned in my life, and I hope you can apply them. Let me know in the comments below if you already follow those steps, if anything was new to you, and if you would like to adapt any of these life strategies and change your behavior. Because as empaths, honestly, we need to be a little bit more firm, I think, because it's natural for us to lead our emotional side into our caring and protective side. But if you want to be a well-balanced person, it's important to develop other sides that you're less in touch with. And that side includes being protective of yourself, being selfish sometimes, focusing on your needs, focusing on your well-being. And for other people, that comes natural. And they have to work more on the emotional intelligence. But if you're watching this video, you probably should start implementing those lessons and follow that advice. So I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful day, and I'll see you in one of my next videos. Bye!